like where players organize, and bringing new people in because competitive play in games is like kind of daunting, I guess, for a lot of people. Like, and it's just much better to say like, hey, here's an event that you don't need a team for. Like, you just come and play, and people will just pick you up. Some people, I guess, probably don't like being last pick, but I mean, suck it up. You're at least 12 years old, I assume. You can handle it. You've been bullied on the playground at least once. So our game is starting. Diana's computer is by far the slowest. I would actually love to hear team comms, but there is no way for us to do that right now. So I am trying to... there's a few more last second organization things I have to do. And after that, we should be good to rock. I swear to God, Diana's computer is the worst, though. This is rough. Regarding the compositions, Jessica's team is extremely aggressive, so if they can't find a way to group everyone, like, basically it's going to be very difficult for them to accomplish a lot unless they can get people near each other, which with Helio, I mean, that is obviously possible. But oh boy. It starts right off the bat. I don't know where Diana is. Yeah, Gray. And Gray is very popular.
It only hurts until you die.
For some reason, Diana couldn't load in, so we have to restart the match.
Writing corruption. Root them out.
So we'll get this restarted. We were having trouble with Diana's computer. We should just be able to load in again. I would love to talk about this composition, but I gotta get all these fucking problems ironed out first. You know what this gives me time for, though? This fucking muffin that I've been trying to eat for 2 hours? I can fucking do it now. And it's amazing.
Let's do it.
It's actually weird that it doesn't tell me what map they chose. Sorry that you guys had to listen to me eat at the start. I just have to do this right now. itzJessika is a guy who apparently named himself itzJessika. And I'm not getting out of beer, if you can hear that. I just prefer my drinks in glass bottles. So you guys get to listen to me eat. I know it's the least professional thing ever. Like I said, this event is meant for community building. It's not supposed to be a big esports thing. I do have other things planned, but I can't say what exactly those things are, I guess, right now. This is not all ironed out. Yeah, for the restart they have to pick exactly the same stuff. Since we're already 20 minutes behind schedule now. Alright, there she is. Our first game is starting right now. This is the first game. So, let's talk about the composition, right? So they have huge AoE comp with Helio, Gray, Garrison, L, right? Garrison can jump in. His rockets will spread damage. It's pretty easy for him to stick to people. But a lot of this match is going to rely on whether or not L can hit multiple people with her shots at least every other turn. If she's not doing that, then it's going to get really rough really fast for them. Cranor's team's ability to just single out targets. Cranor's ability to single out targets and just pick people off one at a time is like way too easy. Elle cannot, like, her role against a lot of characters is really good. Against characters like Pup, Titus. But Asana is one of those characters where Elle can never really roll away from her. So as soon as Asana catches Elle has to just take damage. And the trades aren't in her favor because if she's not getting a chance to overwatch her gun, then she's not going to get the extra damage that gives her a positive trade against Asana. So they're going to trade even damage, and Asana just has a bigger health pool and shields to top it off. So it's just going to go really poorly for Elle. Now, that's obviously in a vacuum, but when you have Asana stuck to a target and other characters that are capable of doing single target damage, really high single target damage, like Gray and Lockwood, it's going to get really, really bad. It's really important that with Jessica's composition, that they find a way to get big AoEs off, especially in the beginning, where the pressure is really strong. And after that, it puts Cranor's team in a position where their characters really have to start deciding, do I move or do I sit still? And being in that position sucks because it's not in your favor. The person can always just shoot your position, and if you move, you had to use a cooldown in order to live, and they spent nothing in order to get that trade. So the trade is basically always in their favor, unless you guess right, in which case... Oh boy.
Let's make you more attractive. Get it? It's a black hole.
I really hope that she's here, because I cannot keep restarting. So the black hole's on L, which is really weird. And already things are going really poorly for Jessica's team. Elle is in a good position to spread damage here. And it looks like he's going with his role. But it's really telegraphed how that's going to go for them. It's perfectly fine for Seph just to eat this.
Wall of pain.
Time to make an impression.
Run and gun.
But this is pretty good. Thrillz is blocking loukan's shot to Elle. Cranor hit the wall, which is actually a really strange wall. So, and Seph's in a pretty shitty spot down too. So in this situation, Elle actually gets a really good damage spread, and there's not really a whole lot they can do about it. Jessica gets good hops off of Helio's attack. Shield is fine for Elle. Thrillz has loukan locked down. Loukan looks like he's going to be dashing out. And just positioning himself on the health, but he's going to be next to Gray at the end of the turn here.
The energy is overwhelming.
But oddly enough, I didn't expect it to be this good for Elle.
This will
To be honest, like when I looked at Jessica's composition, I thought, oh no way, there's no way they're going to win this. But it seems fine.
sidestepping trouble.
So that's 75 damage spread right there.
My blade strike.
They knew they called the roll.
Never forget.
Smelt it. And
Never.
dealt it.
Don't worry, I brought enough for everyone.
I'm not too certain why Thrillz is taunting and getting nothing out of it, but a lot of whiff shots. Loukan's on top of things here. He played a shitty situation extremely well.
Been tinkering with this.
Taking damage here is fine for him. I imagine that if he's running Turtle Tech, which I can't actually tell, I would imagine that if he is running Turtle Tech, we're going to see it here. So Cranor's just attacking. Jessica spreading damage again. Seph's going for weakness, and Elle is rolling out. Using both roll and Turtle Tech is kind of strange to me. I almost never agree with using two defensive cooldowns at the same time. If nothing else, it shows the lack of confidence in your own play.
That's
And Jessica and her both shielding actually shows poor communication on their team. I hope we can get Diana's client figured out.
Blink and you'll miss me.
echo hammer, 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 hammer.
But Jessica and I'm sorry, Helio and Elle are. It's weird because Helio and Elle are winning a 2v3 right now, and loukan is winning a 2v1 right now. You might say, well, yeah, loukan's taking a ton of damage, but he's by himself. He's doing exactly what he wants in the situation. Despite the fact that he's taking damage here, he takes the health from them. He's still applying damage. He's not in a position to be killed. So they finally got out of that situation, and Seph got health. I imagine that his heals up is. It's actually weird. If there's two grays and there's two drones in spectator mode, what does... Okay, so I'm guessing blue team's drone is yellow for me, and then the other drone is red. Just 2 games at once, Thornholt. So only the games that are on stream are running. And as I expected, Diana swings out. I didn't expect loukan to actually fly, catalyst there.
Anvil slam!
Bueno!
Tag, you're it.
The damage spread is, it's kind of an even game right now. Cranor is in a shitty spot, but is way more mobile than L is. And this turn is a big turn for both teams. loukan's actually still in a fine position. I don't know why Sinful just ran his turtle tech though. That seems ridiculous. And loukan just disconnected.
The chase is over.
Hey! Nobody
So it looks like L dies here regardless. Cranor's mited right now. So he gains an additional 25% damage. He picked up the might buff in the center. Alright, loukan is reconnected. Thrillz is after him, but he gets to dash out here. I imagine he's running extra energy on his dash. Oh. Reduces cooldown.
It's like only you, but better.
Get out of jail free.
I have a message. Okay, so we have 2 subs ready to go. Sorry, I missed that action.
All refreshed and ready to kill.
Level 1 honey badger. Yes. Okay. So Sinful's getting out because Cranor's sticking to him. Cranor's turtle tech actually doesn't accomplish much here. People's use of defensive cooldowns in this matchup so far seem kind of weird to me because really, unless you're in a situation where you're thinking that you might die, it's kind of pointless to...
Physics to the limit.
It's kind of pointless to turtle tech. Like in the situation of Cranor here, what's the worst that could happen? He gets shot by Gray and he absorbs the damage, yeah, but Gray can't kill him by himself anyway. So he essentially just lost 40, I don't know, 40 possible health. He just threw away. The game is moving heavily into blue team's favor here. Cranor almost has his ult, loukan has his. Despite the fact that Jessika has his ult on, or Helio's ult, at best it's just going to trade with Seph's. And with everyone grouped up on the side, Seph gets a lot out of an ult here.
I knew I kept this around for a reason. Nano magic.
Activating catalyst.
Thrill's catalyst is probably
Walk
really
into
good.
my lair.
Thrillz Catalyst is really good. And this match is really back and forth. Even though Thrillz spent his Catalyst, he was going to get hit by that anyway.
Run him down.
Rio, save yourself.
But Jessica blocked the black hole, so they didn't get the combination. That's really unfortunate. Because of the positioning of Helio there, Diana didn't get pulled through. So they just lost. They lost a lot in that. That's actually really, really shitty for them. They're locking in their decisions really quick. Doesn't look like they're putting much thought into it. One recommendation I can make to you, especially if you're a new player, is that locking in is almost always a bad idea. You're probably much better just never clicking to lock in. And letting the 20 seconds always run down.
Going in guns blazing.
Things were going well for Red Team
Echo hammer.
for a little bit there, but it's going to be really difficult for them to come back from this position. Thrillz is dead next turn.
I said get away.
Still no knockbacks. Thrillz is dead next turn. Jessica maybe as well.
Just a minor setback.
Really just the fact that everyone got piled up there was really bad. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. They realized that it was a mistake. There's damage everywhere. It's actually really hard to cast with the way the colors show up right now. But they just said, you know, this is the first use of spectator mode they have, and they're looking for feedback. So this is really good for them, developers. But yeah, things need to be color coded because it's very hard for me to see who's doing what. That's the end of Thrillz, and Jessica should die here.
Slice to ribbons.
The sky's following.
Yeah, but if you don't get any use out of your turtle tech, then you're blowing a catalyst for no reason. I actually don't agree with a lot of their choices in the first place, even though it's working out. Normally, when you see a Helio and you have enough time, you should probably run Adrenaline. But for all I know, it's Blue Team just had confidence in being able to beat them without having to run it, so they ran safer catalysts.
How are you feeling, killer? Your lack of foresight amuses me.
They're trying to get as much as they can out of the situation. I just don't foresee it really paying off for them here. They're just so far down. But I've seen massive comebacks in games before. So, Blue Team's going to get their respawn. Red Team gets theirs as well. Where did the spawns pop? Oh, Blue... Yeah, okay. I see you guys talking about the lock-in. I know it's delayed 2 minutes, but lock-in is really based on, it's really just so that you don't accidentally undo a movement or something like that. I've spoken with some of the developers before and gave them some feedback on how I would like things to work, so maybe things will be changing in the future. regarding how you input commands. Seth still has his catalyst, I believe. Man, I really wish I could see that stuff in spectator mode. Seth, I believe, still has his catalyst, though. And it looks like he's not even worried from dying here. But Thrillz is going to jump on him.
You, version 2.
Okay, and if Thrillz can get a really good jump here, yeah.
From every angle.
I wouldn't consider that a great jump, though.
The pain is horrible, like your life.
And if Anderson can get out of this situation and get his health, it might pay off for him. He just got loukan and Seph off of him, and it really just comes down to start running from Cranor. Jessica's there. I don't know if Helio has a shield available. Helio does have a shield available. I really don't agree at all. It's just like, you know, when you see a situation like this where they have their route and you're this close, rolling does very little for you because it's almost impossible for him to miss the route. In addition to that, you're in a corner, so it's pretty obvious that you're not going to roll towards the corner, which, if you were smart, you'd actually would roll towards the corner, but it's one of those situations where it's 50-50, and in the heart of the moment, you're really not going to mentally be able to make a decision where it's going to pay off for you. It's just kind of a flip of the coin situation at that point.
Reforging some faces.
Have my eyes closed.
Jessica's taking a lot of damage here. Thrillz needs to kill off loukan right now. He has every tool available to him to do it.
4 turns remaining.
So Thrillz alone can kill off loukan here. They know that Aurora just respawned, and despite the fact that respawns are kind of goofy in the game right now, there's almost no way that Aurora spawned in a position where he can keep him alive. So Thrillz should be killing loukan. Actually, maybe I'm wrong.
Not as easy as it looks.
Yeah. Gray should be killing loukan, and Thrillz should be ulting Cranor
A little scrambling.
and giving L an opportunity to pick up health here. The ideal scenario here in this position, which is not happening unfortunately, is Thrillz ults L, or ults Cranor, and L picks up all the health, and the situation is instantly flipped for them.
Give you one shot. Something great.
But instead, L has to spend a second turn trying to get health, which sucks. Really, really bad for them. But Red Team has actually stabilized the situation really well. Like I said, I even called my own call. Said no, that's wrong,
A mere scratch.
and they played it right. They gave Might to Gray. Gray got the kill, and Thrillz put down the health. Cranor is scrambled, so it looks like he has to catalyst. He might just eat the death. He needs an opportunity to get enough energy to get his ult back.
Fate intervenes.
I can post
I
the tournament
smelt
bracket.
it and dealt it, and you felt it.
So they stabilized the game. It's actually really surprising. The only person that they can hunt down right now is Diana, and Aurora just moved into a terrible position. But it looks like Seph really wants the kill here. So they're going to spread as much damage as possible. L really needs to grab health. But Aurora's in a really bad position. They could literally just dump their ults and just kill her right now.
Potato, hot potato, hot potato. Whoa, hot potato.
Go, Rio. Charging atoms. Enjoy your new cell.
That ult is actually fucking amazing. This would be the easy way to put it. This situation is really, really bad for Seph. I'm sorry, I got the ults
Time
backwards.
has not yet come.
I looked over for a second and I actually got the ults backwards. I thought that was the colors are strange. So Thrillz took... Oh, that was from the trap. Never mind. Yeah, the ult is amazing. Like I said, the trap. I didn't see the Lockwood trap there.
Set the spirit ablaze.
The heal from Seph here is really good to get Thrillz off of him. It's going to fling them both opposite directions. And things suddenly flipped again. Loukan really wants an opportunity to take down L.
Rebellious little insects.
But at this point, it looks like they might want to switch to Helio. I thought they were supposed to go over each other in that scenario, but apparently that was quite wrong.
Overtime.
So the game goes into overtime. Next kill wins here. They realize that Jessica is probably their best pick. Jessica getting 3 ults on Helio is ridiculous right now. That beginning of the game where Helio got an ult right at the beginning.
How dare you?
Basically, he got, I think, 2. It was either 2 or 3 chains of 3
Gonna
hits
give you some
off of
improvements.
his auto attack.
God, please.
Was huge, but their ability to recognize the switch to Helio here,
Prepare to be killed.
this is massive, massive change
I deliver
in the dynamic of the game.
Anyway.
Where did L move
Plasma infusion.
to? Slow on Seph here is really strong, and that's not quite it for Helio here. He very well may still have his catalyst though. By the way, the reason I say he so much is, besides the fact that it's Helio, is that itzJessika's actually a guy. So if anyone was curious why that was happening, it was actually a male player. He still has catalyst. Cranor chooses to ult, and they're looking for a kill on Thrillz. Thrillz has his jump out. Thrillz getting decently far away. Man, they are locking in their moves really fast. And I feel like despite the fact that Thrillz and and Jessica here. Helio and Garrison are on the back foot. The situation really isn't stabilized in blue team.
Look out below.
Helio gets out easily without being revealed, and Garrison's jump is really far. Sepheal's taking huge damage here. And if L ulted, this game actually goes into Jessica's hands. And
Get out of my
it looks like they
sight.
got it. Oh, that doesn't hit Seph. But it does keep them off of Helio and Garrison for another turn longer. Cranor has his route, and if he can guess the position, he can kill Jessica here. And it looks like he's going for it. Cranor's one of those players that when I watch him play sometimes, I will always think, like, man, I do not know what this guy is doing. It's driving me nuts. And then all of a sudden he'll do something that amazes me.
Face me,
I guess is the best way to put it.
Hey, bother someone else.
So they found Helio. Do they kill Seph? He didn't hit Seph.
Enjoy your new cell.
And that missed. So is that it? It came down to a 2 health. Oh, and Seph dies. So the game continues. Twitch acting up. Bunny, can you message me if you're getting lags? I can lower the bitrate so that you guys can view easier. Unfortunately, I'm not a Twitch partner, so you can't lower quality on my stream. But it's back foot again. They know Thrillz is there. Cranor doesn't have much. Loukan has the damage to kill Thrillz off, and I think that's the end of the game. It just came down to one simple position. Sinful being unable to hit Cranor here.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh.
That sucks.
Victory.
I wish I could GG boost them.
One way or another.
Unfortunately, I don't get energy or anything. That it was a really close game.